yet revealed his true power.
Oh
I
yeah,
like it.
yeah. We'll find that reveal soon enough.
Oh yeah, I'm fucking ready for it.
I hope you guys like what I have in store tonight. Um,
Uh,
but we'll
I'm
see.
I'm I'm sure it'll be good. I should be it should be smooth sailing once I have everything going. I've been coming in late on Fridays, so I have a little bit of time to take care of errands because trying to come in at the normal time on Friday has been killing me, and I can take a small bump to hours. So,
Yeah.
uh,
I mean, in the end, nothing matters if you're unconscious on the floor with a nosebleed.
well, I was having such a hard time finding time to get stuff done, like errands and stuff, because I still have to like go grocery shopping and stuff like that. So like trying to squeeze that in on Saturday and Sunday when I've got so much else going on was just impossible. So um, I've just started coming in a couple hours late on Friday and taking care of all that beforehand.
Yeah.
Man, never mind, that's a over. That's fine.
Just getting all of my last minute stuff done. Which I think I have everything at the ready, but there's always that one thing that when it comes up, you're like, shit.
Well, it's one of those things that like whenever you're starting a game, you're like, okay, time to go down the checklist because you compile everything beforehand, but like it's like a it's like a rocket launch. It's like got to make sure this is ready to go and that's ready to go.
Yeah.
I completely understand. The final countdown. It's fucking
Fucking mental, mate.
Oh,
I like this is the I guess this is a little behind the technician screen. I like to start the stream a few minutes early and then like transition it once a few minutes have passed because as a backlog I'm gonna send it to YouTube, right? Well, YouTube like hates cursing in the first minute, and I don't understand why, but like it's a thing.
uh,
Yeah,
I mean, I guess you could always like edit it, but that does sound like a pain in the ass. Or just cut out all the cursing.
yeah. Well, eventually I plan on going back and like editing everything, like taking out the breaths and when I forget that I have a decent mic and you can hear me scratching my arm. I have been in a kind of vibey mood with the music I've been listening to today. That playlist I sent you, I've been listening to that kind of stuff. So it's been, and then it's also dipped into some of the like classic rock and metal. So it's been a lot of like Black Sabbath and
Yeah.
Slayer and Iron Maiden and Dio and
Metallica.
Metallica. Yeah.
Those are the ones you mentioned to me at lunch. That's all.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny. Like if you don't listen to that stuff all the time, and then you go back and listen to it, if you're a fan of it, it's like holy shit. It hits so good, especially the like your Metallicas and your ACDCs and stuff, the ones that were pretty mainstream, but like still didn't give in. Well, like they didn't give in to the we have to be radio presentable all the time, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It, oh, it's so good.
I don't know what the hell happened here. but there is like one machine that can run right now, and it's like 8 thou over.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. Actually, I do know what the fuck they were doing. They probably just didn't want to do anything because it was Friday and they knew they were gonna leave early.
Oh my
This
god.
is the downside to coming in late, is I don't get to talk to them and find out why everything is fucked up. Oh, and we've got a 6-piece order on this feeder. Cool.
What?
This is just how it always is. I don't know how they can like do this
Yeah,
and
that's
like not get fired.
yeah, that has to be very infuriating to
Well,
everyone
like
all
that's
around.
that's the thing is Martin really, really, really wants a feeder on every machine, and yet the feeders that we do have, he puts this kind of horseshit on there. So like, no, it's just because you want to stare at your phone all day and not move. Like literally, that's it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Um, I'm gonna mute for a second, so I can basically talk to Will about this, so he's on the same page.
Yeah, you're good.
Do you want something other than the Kickstart Energy? They don't have anything else in that wheelhouse.
Pick me out a monster.
Okay.
Because I have a caffling. What was I trying to say there? Crippling caffeine addiction. There we go.
Um. Have you tried the white pineapple?
I don't like it.
Okay. They didn't give me options. It's just them texting me, "Hi, your order's not." Oh. Do you want just a regular monster?
Yeah, that's perfect. Perfectly fine.
Okay. I know when people.
You're good. We're still waiting on Driffin, so. Yeah, no, I definitely do not blame you.
Well, like it would literally be a waste of my time to try to get all this together here by by myself. So like, ah, shit, this fucking apple needs to be turned out. But yeah, so change of plans.
All right. So just gonna recap here a little bit. Last session, there was one of the first big intricate fights that y'all had as a party. Granted, it was only the second fight that y'all had, but um, the weak point, the big glowing eye was hit immediately. Basically, I'm using figurative speech here. Uh,
Well, it was big and glowing.
yeah, the fairy fire made certain of that.
Yeah, thank you, Raina.
Yeah. Well, and short little aside, I didn't realize that that was even a possibility until I was looking at the wording of the spell, and I was like, huh. I mean,
Yeah,
it seems like it runs, so.
hell yeah.
Um, but y'all handily stomped out the Zombatrice, and that was a good time. I feel like I enjoyed that combat.
Yeah.
Went on to communicate with some of the nomad tribe that had been, basically held captive by the Zombatrice, just trying to work their way out, and they handed y'all off a map that showed the caverns and the best way to travel through them. As they're nomads, they travel these mountains a lot and these abandoned mines a lot. Um, it was a mixed tribe of gnolls and hobgoblins, and after y'all went on about your way with the maps that you received, everybody had a dream and hit their level up. And I think a good place to start it would be to start here the next morning, as you guys pack up camp and get ready to set off. You have maybe another day or two of traveling before you're going to hit the outside again, but stuff looks good. You have a direct map, so. May I ask, is there a preferred marching order?
I think it's probably the one that we set up before. What was it? Raina in the front, Wolfram kind of diagonally to the side, then behind him would be Mortimer and then Drafen. Polymer, Mortimer, Drafen. Is that right?
That sounds
Yes.
about right to me.
I also, during travel, keep an arrow knocked. And as far as I can remember, Mortimer keeps a torch in hand.
Yes.
Yeah, ready to go. And Raina is in the lead with the light.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, travel persists really well. Y'all don't have any other, like, there's some rats, there's some bats, nothing major.
Ooh, hunting.
Yeah, and you get kind of towards the end of where you're coming out where you need to be. You see the light at the end of the tunnel, literally, and as you. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask how long it's been so I can mark off rations for each day. Was I able to hunt?
I think you could
Probably.
sustain on the amount of rats and bats because this is the nomads are the only ones who travel through these mines. They're broken down and forgotten, and even then they don't go all the way through them.
So, okay, here's my question to the rest of the party then. Who from the rest of the party is willing to eat the bats and rats that Wolfram has been collecting as we've been going for what, 3 days?
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
All right, who in the party is willing? I assume, Raina, are you okay with eating the rat meat that Wolfram offers you?
I think she would be. She stepped into the other room to quiet the dog real quick.
I honestly think Drippin would be.
Okay,
Would you be okay
awesome.
with
To
eating rats
serve
and ducks?
ration.
Sure.
We do have rations, so you do have other options. It's
Very
just one of
nervous,
those things.
but sure. Can they hurt me?
Yeah,
Okay, then yeah, I don't care.
No, yeah, it's just an effort to keep up rations.
Oh yeah.
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 Wolfram, as we're walking, we have rations on hands, but Wolfram has been finding bats and rats, killing them, and then, every time we stop for lunch, basically pulling them out and baking them over a fire for the party. I'm using my background feature, Outlander, which like lets me provide forage food for the party.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Let me know anytime that you want to use that, and I can come up with some interesting little vermin or even bigger prey for you to supply the party with.
All right, awesome. Okay, I'm done interrupting you. We exit the cave.
Yes. So, Reyna, as you step out of the cave, it feels really wrong. You notice that like the air has felt kind of damp, cool, what you would expect for caves, mines, tunnels, maybe a little kind of stuffy in places where the air hasn't circulated well. All of a sudden, it's hot and dusty, dry. The air is very dry. It's a shock to your senses, and as you step forward to step out of the tunnel, you walk into iron bars.
Oh shit.
Oh, and Wolfram's like behind.
Yes, and I was gonna say, as this happens, Wolfram, you have much the same experience, but to like enough to the left of Reyna that you don't walk directly into her.
So, okay, here's the question. We didn't notice these while we were approaching. They kind of like appeared. Or we just what happened there?
They kind of appeared. I'm going to, as an easy way to explain it, I'm just going to let you back. The end of the tunnel was portal trapped, basically.
Okay. Um, awesome.
You notice Driffin like kind of has a stutter step as he falls in behind you guys, and you notice that in this small it's a very small cell. It's like 8 feet by 6 feet. Uh, there's nothing but hard packed dust on the ground. There's a little room outside of the bars that's maybe like 4 feet by 4 feet, and you can
Can
see.
I?
Go ahead.
No, 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 no. You're still describing the scene. I apologize.
Beyond that, you can see another set of iron bars, but in front of that iron bar is those sets of iron bars are some sort of like wooden blockade, you think.
Okay, so, uh, iron bars suddenly appeared. They didn't drop out of the ceiling. They like appeared magically, and then beyond that is a wooden barricade.
Yes.
Okay, can I make a perception check to look around and see if I see anything out of the normal? I mean,
Yes, I will go ahead and give you just off the top. Mortimer is not here. Mortimer got lost and is not in the cell with you guys somehow.
Molly Murr is gone too then?
Yes.
Okay. Um, yeah, I am instantly like a trapped animal. I'm looking for a way out. I grab onto the bars and I try to force them. I'm rattling the cage like a rat in a cage.
Uh,
Despite all your rage, you're still just a rat in a cage.
as you do that, you actually make a strength check for me.
Okay. Um, that would be. Well, I don't really have a lot of room in here. Straight strength check, or is it possibly athletic? I would imagine it's straight strength since there's not really a lot I could do here.
Yeah, I think this is the way you described it was very like instinct. So I think you just kind of grab at the cage and pull. You know.
Yeah, I'm rattling and I'm trying to like move these bars that suddenly appeared. Okay, that is a. Oh no, that's a 7. He does not have a good handle on it.
Uh, in fact, it feels like maybe you didn't even really like touch the bars, as in your hands closed around them, but there was some sort of barrier literally on the metal bars in front of you. Like imagine a shell of air.
Okay.
I Griffin would like to examine whether there's a gate. Yes.
Sorry, you cut
Huh?
out. Griffin would like
Oh,
to examine whether or not.
I assume that this being a prison, that there is a gate. Yes, and it would be locked.
Yes, there is a gate on the bar door or the cell whatever, but it's locked. Yeah.
Padlock,
Okay, and
or does the gate have a lock built in?
It appears to be a padlock. If you want some more description, I can give it to you, but
I
I'll
would.
need a
I would
roll.
like to examine. A
Yes.
what roll?
Investigation.
All right. Which one would that be? That'd be
Which I don't
8?
don't actually have your
Or-
thing pulled up right
no,
now.
that's a 20. That's a 20. Hold on. I'm finding my 20. All right. Uh, 5 plus. You said investigation?
Yes.
Hell, I don't even know what that would be. Plus 2. So,
7.
7.
Okay. So
oh, 7 and 7.
I'm waiting on
Yeah,
Raina to
man.
make a roll and realize that it's and have a 7 as well.
Oh, go ahead.
Looking at this padlock, you can tell it looks heavy and it's pretty durable. There's some stuff, some like arcane symbols scratched into it, but that's really all you get.
Reyna. Actually, yeah, Wolfram will say, Reyna, I believe this to be magic. Do you know what this is?
As you say that, before Raina has a chance to respond, you notice this room has been dark, not unnaturally so, but like there's no natural light source or there's no windows or torch or anything in here. And a metal ball set into the ceiling shoots down a beam of blue light, and a man standing in noble clothes, very high fashion fur, overly tailored kind of suit that's full of different multicolors, with a salt and pepper hair that's closely cropped, and a rather bushy but well trimmed and maintained beard, stands in front of you in this beam.
Okay.
And he says,
Okay, before he speaks, I would like to roll initiative and grab him by the throat.
you attempt to, but it is a hologram, basically.
Okay, so my hand slams through him as he, appears.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
You do notice that he's like, oh, good heavens.
Yeah, Wolfram is growling and turns around to look at him.
Well, I doubt that any of you will know anything about that lock. It's far beyond your time. But I'm glad to see that I have chosen the right quarry for today's little games that we're going to be having. You look like you're quite the fighter, my boy. So are y'all ready for what's going to happen today?
I'd like for you to tell us first.
You don't know? Have you never been a part of Baron von Strauss's games?
No. We're on a mission.
Most people are when they're abducted into here. Well, I say abducted. It's kind of everybody gets a fair shot to earn their way out.
What's our fair
Yeah.
shot?
Well, it's quite simple, really.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
You put on a show. You go out there and show everybody what you're made of. And if you live, you're set free. Right back where you left. It's as simple as that.
So,
Tell me where our dwarves are.
Oh, they're somewhere hidden well for safekeeping. A little extra incentive, if you might.
They are not in danger.
Well, if y'all
Not yet.
die, they'll be put on the cutting block next. I can't lie to you.
Wolfram nods. And nods to Reyna to continue speaking.
So what kind of show are we putting on? When you say we die, are we fighting something?
Why, yes, it's gladiator style fights, if you know what that is.
Of course it is.
Damn it, here I thought it was going to be a drag show.
That was good.
So, what exactly are we fighting?
Well, I can't really tell you. I don't rightly know. All I know is that it will be
Appropriate?
it will be appropriately. Let me think of how to say this, because this guy is
Well,
well spoken, but I am not.
With all
Take
those
your
noble
time.
garb, you seem to be having some trouble speaking.
Hey. Separate DM knowledge, or separate player knowledge from character knowledge, man. This man is well spoken. The DM has told you that. You cannot insult what the DM's mistakes that were not the character's mistakes.
All right.
uh,
Fine.
I'm sorry. What was the last
Well,
question?
small brain.
What was the last question you asked?
What are we fighting?
I do not rightly know, but it will be of an appropriate challenge level for you. It should be just hard enough that it puts on a show, but not too hard. But also, I can't, there's a chance you might die.
Okay.
That's
well,
the fun of it all.
How do you know our expert level if you don't know what we're fighting?
That's above my pay grade. I'm just here to give you the tour.
Above your pay grade. Man, wish I got paid what you did.
I
Who are
bet you
to
did,
these
son.
people? Are you just an assistant?
Well, I'm kind of a coordinator, as you might say. You don't need to know all this. Just know your first match is coming up soon and be prepared. And he brings two fingers to his brow, does kind of a mock salute, and the image disappears.
Ugh, I don't like him.
He is a bastard.
He didn't finish answering all of my questions.
You hear a delicate voice from the corner. He never does.
What the fuck? Who are you?
Who is it?
It is a tall, delicate elven man. You can tell by his sharp features. Wearing what appears to be kind of like adventurer, outlander basic garb. And he's got he's got a sword strapped to his hip and a couple of daggers to his thigh.
Or trapped here too.
That's right. He never tells anybody what they need to know. But
Well, then, I have a question for you.
yeah,
It says that we'll be able to get out by fighting and killing these things. You seem to have been here long enough to know that he doesn't answer all the questions needed to be answered. How long have you been here?
well, considering I'm in the cell with y'all, I'm assuming I'm gonna be fighting with y'all next. So this will be my 10th fight.
Interesting.
How many fights must we win to leave?
Not sure. Honestly, I think it's how good a show you put on. Sometimes they let people go if they win, but just barely. Sometimes they let people go if, I think there's no real rhyme or reason to it.
Let me at the person that runs this show and we'll get out real fast.
Oh, I wish I could. Trust me, I got the same sentiment. He stands up kind of weakly. It looks like he has maybe hasn't like he's maybe just barely been fed and watered enough to keep going.
Wolfram will try to feed this man. He will offer him his water skin and rations because we do have our gear icing.
Yes, you have all your
Eat.
gear. Um,
Regain
that
your strength.
that reminds me, Reyna, you would have had to have attuned to the wand. Would you have spent the time doing that on your long rest?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's been 3 days, right?
Well, yeah, true. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you would have good. Yeah, so uh,
Um,
he meekly.
Driffin,
Sorry, go ahead.
Driffin would like to, while conversation is going on, examine wherever the light came from that cast the hologram.
Yes, I will get to that after this.
Alright.
So he meekly takes the water skin and kind of takes a light sip. He's great. You can tell he's grateful for the extra water, but he doesn't want to take all of your water. And he hands it back to you. And when you take it back, he holds out his hand. Sir James, nice to meet you.
Wolfram will look at his hand for a moment and then take it and shake it and then offer his water skin again and say, "Drink as much as you like. You will need your strength."
Well, thank you kindly. I do appreciate that. He does take another more deep swallow and hands the bag back to you, and he says, I hate to break it to y'all, but I I don't think you're gonna make it out of here. You look, I don't know. And he kind of shakes his head. It's
What
getting
have
to
you
him.
fought?
Um,
Listen, friend. What have you fought before? What can we expect?
I mean, it's mostly been beasts. Nothing that I can really identify. I mean, a few big cats. Once, once I fought someone riding on the back of this weird. I don't know how to. You ever seen one of them little garden lizards? It was like that, but it was about 6 feet tall and it stood on its hind legs and it had some feathers down its arms.
A cockatrice?
Cockatrice? Nah, I don't think it was a cockatrice. It didn't petrify anybody. So Driffin, can you make another investigation check for me?
Yes, I can.
I swear if you come up with 7.
11 plus 2
Okay.
is 13.
So you can tell that it's some sort of like polished orb that's set into a socket in the ceiling, but like polished metal orb, but not really much more than that. You can make out some arcane runes on it. You can probably
reach
assume.
high?
Sorry.
Could I reach high enough to touch it?
No, it's probably about 6 feet out, like horizontally from the cell, and then set into the roof about 10 feet up high. So.
Okay.
You could shoot at it.
No, not the idea.
So even though that guy said that I wouldn't be able to read it, am I able to read the runes that are on the different things? Because I am, like, that is a specialty of mine.
What is your thing?
What
You
do
have a thing with archivist, right? Or whatever your background is.
Yeah.
You have a feature.
Um,
What languages?
archaeology.
What languages do you speak though?
Elvish, Common, Dwarvish, and Celestial.
No, you can't make it out.
Okay. Not even close.
What is her feature though?
What? Yeah. What is your feature?
It's
Because it does have something to do with like.
I'm an archaeologist.
right? But like,
What's the
sometimes
feature
there's
look like?
ability. Yeah,
Um,
Usually it'll say something like, for example, for Folk Hero, uh, people look into your eyes and they see that you're trustworthy and they'll help you out if they can.
where would that
I don't really know how to tell you where it would be, honestly.
I'm looking it up now. Archaeologist.
be?
Yeah.
Okay, 5E. Give me just a second. Okay, here it is. Your feature is Dust Digger. Prior to becoming an adventurer, you spent most of your young life crawling around in the dust, pilfering relics of questionable value. Okay, that's not super useful. Okay, when you enter a ruin or dungeon, you can correctly ascertain its origin and determine its builders, whether those are dwarves, elves, humans, Yuan-Ti, or other known race.
So you
Okay.
immediately know that these are. Uh, this looks like it's like high elf design. Nothing is rough. Everything is polished, smooth, sharp edges. It seems to be of high elf design.
And they didn't use Elvish runes? What the fuck? Not even
It
Celestial.
could be, it could be Sylvan, probably Sylvan actually.
I'm gonna. It is Sylvan. Yeah.
Luckily, Wolfram. No, I'm just kidding.
Wolfram
Luckily,
dated.
Wolfman has an axe and he can just smash it. No.
uh, it's funny as you're inspecting these locks and runes and stuff. It pops open, and the wooden door, the big wooden slate, whatever that was in front of the second set of bars further out, begins to roll open, and that gate swings open. From outside, you can hear cheering and applause and just feel vibrations in the ground as this thrumming and loud sound of drums fills the air.
Before we leave the darkness from the cave, I assume something is opening up to let us out.
Yes.
I'm going to kind of, with a lowered voice, say to Reyna, "Do not be afraid of what you see, and stay behind me."
Got it. Oh shoot, I don't think I picked a new moon phase.
You don't have to. You can keep it the same if you want to, or you can, whatever you want to do.
Ah, shit. Okay, if this is the moment, do you have my pictures on hand?
Yes, I have them set in the thing. Phase 1, 2, or 3.
This would be 2 because I haven't unlocked 3 yet, but um, you'll know when. Trust me.
Cool.
I've got
Sounds
like a
good.
description if we can do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Um, I'll change to new moon.
You'll change to Newman. What does that give you? What spell?
Dissonant whispers.
Dissonant Whispers. Okay, cool.
Dissonant whispers.
Ooh, nice.
All right, cool. So, yeah, the gate has swung open. Both gates are open, and you hear chanting and drums thrumming. There's music that you only recognize as music because, like, what else could it be? It's these loud, droning electric sounds and these whirring, grinding sounds. It's uh, your player, you as players would recognize this as like electric guitars and bass and like
Hell
amplified
yeah.
music. Um, as you step out into this arena, it is made abundantly clear that it is indeed an arena. There are these like 15, 16, 8, 20, like obnoxiously tall walls in a circle around you of a polished, almost marble You know, it's dark, but it's a dark stone, but it's got the light swirls through it. The ground on which you walk is a looser packed sand than the hard packed soil inside the cell. And suspended above the arena on chains and a platform in the center is a band playing these instruments that you heard from inside, just going to town playing this crazy, wild music that you've never heard before. And like Wolfram, it even kind of it sets in your chest a little bit, and you kind of feel the thrumming, and it hits with, you know, the beat hits with your heartbeat, and you think this is like, it's interesting how the music plays with your emotion in a way that you haven't really experienced before. And
Yeah.
well, everybody feels this like heightened sense of energy. You notice in sloping seats, you know, Coliseum style, there are hundreds of thousands of people of every creed. Like, you're pretty sure you see a minotaur in a toga cheering, standing in the, you know, as just these people like do the way they are engulfed in it, and standing across from you, just let out of its own cell, are very similar things to what the to what Sir James has described, which I will upload a picture to, and then
Nice. Let me wrong one. Okay, there we go.
sorry, I'm having trouble with the pictures like always.
No problem. Which chat?
I'm gonna put it in the general chat.
Awesome.
Minus the saddle, but two of these blue. Well, that's not a great picture, but it gives you get the idea. These like deep blue raptors that are clawing and pecking at the ground, and they notice you, and as they do, they begin to caw and you know, make their screeching noises and charge at you. And from that, you notice that activates another screech from the air as you see two birds of prey circling above.
Oh man, are we fighting Chris Pratt?
Roll for
It's gonna be a
initiative.
All right. Let's see if I actually get a good initiative roll this time. That's a 17. Finally, a good initiative roll.
Nice.
15 plus 2, which I hope that's appropriate, because if I can go kind of early, I'll be fucking killing it.
What is my? What is my phone? I rolled an 18.
Damn it. Okay, so you got plus 2, right? Or plus 3?
Forget what it is. I'm looking.
I believe it's a +2. I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter. I'm going first anyway, so
12
at this
and
point.
then I'm sorry. What did you get, Wolfram?
I got a 17 total.
Driffin got a 19, and Driffin, what is your or Wolfram? What is your Dex mod?
Oh no, he's higher than me. I got a 15 plus 2, 17.
Oh no, actually, no, hold
Yeah,
on.
I got 18 plus 2, which is
20.
20.
So,
Is it fair to say that I've already drawn my sword?
yeah, that's fair.
Is it
Okay.
fair to say that I still had an arrow knocked the entire time?
For sure.
Yeah, if he has, yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I should have written that off. Uh,
Okay. So, as the raptors charge towards you, there's about a 60-foot gap in between you two, and they both just fucking book it. Like, they see their prey and they're ready to hunt it down, and they get pretty dangerously close. Um, but James actually steps out from behind and wings a dagger at one of them.
Jeez, how good did he fucking roll?
You're quickly gonna understand what his class is.
I'm guessing rogue.
Yeah, 16. He hits it, and that is 4. So
Plus sneak attack? Well, no. Unless if it wasn't expecting it. Or if there's no one in 5 feet, if there's swashbuckler, I guess.
so, James steps out from behind Wolfram in this like kind of half step dodge almost, wings a dagger, and it nails the raptor on the left in the shoulder, and you hear it screeches. Next up, one of the hawks dives in closer. It doesn't get a chance to do anything, and then we have Griffin.
All right. So we've got 2 hawks and 2 raptors.
Yep.
What's the distance on the second hawk?
The second hawk is about 40 feet up in the air, and yeah, that's about it. It's just about 40 feet straight up. It's kind of circling.
How far away are the raptors?
The raptors are about 15 feet away.
I will
Ah.
say that Wolfram is interposed himself between Reyna, you, and the Raptors. So you probably have a little while because they have to get through him first. Just speaking strategically.
What's the ground made out of?
Sand.
Yeah, loose pack sand.
That sucked a little bit. All right. I think I'm gonna focus on the aerial monsters since I am a ranged attacker. So I'm gonna attack one of the hawks.
Yes, you have one that's come a bit closer. It's hovering a few feet over the raptors. Or you have the one that's further away, about 40 feet away, and straight up in the air.
I will attack the closer.
Cool.
That'll be 1d8. Which one are you? Seven. I rolled a 7. What's
So
that?
You have a +4.
I gotta roll for hit first, right?
yes. So
That would be. I rolled my d8 for damage already.
Yeah, roll your d20, my friend.
D20, yeah, there it is. That's an 11 for my
+4.
plus 4 is 15.
nice, you hit.
Do you have... Okay, does he have archery, by the way? Which one did you take? You took defense, never
I-
mind.
Took defense, yes.
Right, okay, my bad. Sorry, I'm just... Again, I'm kind of like the encyclopedic guide, so like I try to keep track of
Yeah,
everything
you're
so you don't forget.
No, like
And
I
then I rolled
appreciate it too because it helps me.
I rolled a 7 on damage, but I forget what my
Jesus
It should be
Christ!
+2.
Plus
Should be
two, yeah.
+2.
That's 9 then.
You like shish kebab it so well that you think it would be ready to roast over a fire if you just dug the arrow point into the ground.
Is it dead then?
Yeah, you dropped this bird.
Sweet. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Wolfram, you're up next.
All right. Sorry if my turn takes a little while.
You're good.
First, I want to say you guys have not really seen Wolfram's facial expression change very much. He pretty much always keeps kind of an impassive expression. He doesn't really ever look angry or sad or happy. He kind of talks in a monotone voice. So I'm going to go ahead and ask the fellow behind me, the elven fellow. I'm going to say, how many, sorry, how many fights must we face this day?
Usually 3 or 4.
Wolfram nods and pulls a sword and strides forward. I'm going to close the distance, and I'm just going to attack one of these.
Yeah, sounds good. One of the raptors? Yeah.
Yes. But I want to kind of keep myself in between with the other one. Is there any way that I can kind of like walk in between both of them and then make an attack to like an adjacent one? I'm trying to protect the range fighters and Reyna and stuff like that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Okay, yeah, I'll stride forward and swing my sword with all my might at this thing.
Let's see what those dice
Oh,
are given today.
the dice giveth and the dice taketh away. That was not very good. That is a 7, I believe.
Oh yeah. You make your swing, and it figures that it should be cautious of you, so it's kind of on edge and it kind of slips to the side a little bit, dodging.
Dexterously jumps out of the way. I like it.
Do you have anything else?
I not at this moment.
Cool. So next up, the second hawk is going to dive at the one who just killed its wife.
My wife.
All right.
Plus 4 to hit. Does a 16 hit you, Wolfram?
Oh well, I didn't kill its wife.
Yeah,
I believe
I was
Driffin
reading
did.
Or yeah, Driffin. Sorry, Wolfram. I had
which
Wolfram
one?
on the brain for some reason.
Which
Oh,
one
everybody
would
has
you-
Wolfram on the brain.
What am I looking for the hit? Because I actually haven't been attacked once this whole game.
Your
Your-
AC, you just improved it.
Your armor class.
Armor class, that's a 14 is what I have.
Wait, what's your armor? What armor are you wearing? Leather?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Well, you should have let's see, leather. So 11 plus 2. You should have you have a 14. Okay.
So this hawk comes screeching in at you, and you take 3 damage as it slashes at your offhand for your bow.
All right. So that'll leave me at 15. All right.
Next up,
I forgot we were level 1. That's why I was confused why his AC was so low. Like, oh yeah, level 1. Or sorry, level 2. Low level.
The raptor that dodged your attack, Wolfram, is going to kind of lean back in and try and snip at you.
Okay. Come at me, bro. I'm open. I just missed this thing. It dodged to the side. It's probably going straight for an opening.
Oh shit! It actually kind of rolled like shit. Does an 8 hit?
An 8 does not hit.
Yeah. And then its brother moves in, and its brother comes in so aggressively, so close to it, so quickly that it trips itself over, and it like bangs heads and trips, and it's now prone.
Well, hold on. I gotta ask. I'm not trying to help the DM here, but they have pack tactics, don't they?
They do.
So they both should have advantage.
No, actually they don't. Clawfoot raptors don't.
Okay, awesome. Hey,
Yeah.
I'll fucking take it. If it was there, I didn't want to.
Well,
Happy
like,
with it.
the one that I'm using specifically, I used because it had a challenge rating that allowed me to do what I wanted to do, but it was slightly less than the. It's a variant, you know.
Awesome. Hey, I'll take it. They both they they both miss. Maybe they both get mouthfuls of wolf cloak.
Yeah. Reyna, you're up.
Wolfram is being attacked by 2 raptors, and Driven right next to you is being attacked by a hawk.
Okay.
Everything's going to shit.
How far away? Hold on. Let me see. How far away are the raptors from me?
15 feet.
From you.
Or
15
20 feet for you.
Yeah, 20 feet for you because you haven't moved.
Okay, what about the hawk?
The hawk is right over Driffin, who's probably about 5 or so feet in front of you.
Okay.
Blast it.
I was gonna say I want to use lightning lore, and I'm trying to figure out which
Gee.
one to use.
Ooh, hell yeah.
What hawk?
I'll go ahead and kill the hawk.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, if you hit,
If
I
I can
don't
hit
think
it.
you can not kill it with the damage that lightning lure does.
It only does 1d8.
Remind me to show you these guys' health afterwards.
I hit with a 9 and it died.
That went out.
9 is
there.
good.
Hold on. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah, an 18 hits. It's a hawk, Kindle.
Okay, where's my d8? Hold on. Which one's my d8?
The one that has 8 sides.
What?
It should
I
be
think
the...
it's this one, right? The triangle?
Yeah, 2 triangles.
It looks like a crystal.
Yeah, 2
Yeah,
triangles
okay.
ass to ass. 2 pyramids ass to ass.
Only a 2.
A 2? Do you have any pluses or anything?
It should
Not as of right
be.
now.
Well, to her, to hit, right?
Yeah, to hit. So you dealt 2 damage to it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because that's lightning damage specifically.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
It
it doesn't have
says-
any weaknesses.
it says you create a lash of lightning energy that strikes at one creature of your choice that you can see within 15 feet of you.
Yeah.
The target must succeed on a strength saving throw. Sorry, I'm going to make you do that first. Or be pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line towards you, then take 1d8 lightning damage.
What is your spell save DC? Should be
It's
on your
13,
magic.
Hold on.
13? It
13.
fails. So you
Nice.
can pull it if
Yeah.
you want to.
Okay. So I'll pull it
That's pretty.
within 5 feet and then do the 2 damage.
Cool.
Because that's what it is.
So what happens is, Driffin, this thing that's like a few feet above your head that just kind of clawed at your hands, all of a sudden this like beam of crackling, pure white burning energy lashes out, wraps around its wings, and kind of reverse yeets it towards Reyna as it yelps. This is
Nice.
right in front of Driffin's face too.
Hmm.
You
Hey, that
probably
means it's-
smell ozone.
That means it's not within 5 feet of you, so no disadvantage.
Nope.
So, unless you have like a bonus action. Okay, cool. Next up is James, and he pulls the rapier from its sheath on his hip and runs up to join you in the front of the fray, Wolfram. And
Back to back.
Yes, he swings at the rapier on the ground and has advantage because it is prone. And I'm glad he does. Ooh, yeah, that 3 turned into a 19 plus 5. He definitely hits.
And sneak attack, right?
Yes, remind me what sneak attack is for a level 2?
Level 2, it's still only a d6.
Cool.
It doesn't increase until level 3.
You guys finally get to hear the wind chime dice.
Ooh.
So, wow. Okay, that's 2 plus 3 is 5.
right? And modifier?
Yes, that's everything. So
Okay.
the one on the ground is looking pretty rough. It's got a dagger sticking out of its shoulder, and he just sliced it down its other flank.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
So he did a D8 plus modifier plus a D6.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he rolled
Okay.
2 ones.
Damn, that's rough, man.
Yeah. I have to run to the restroom real quick. Sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and strategize behind my back about how to murk these dinosaurs more effectively.
I mean, honestly, I assumed that Reyna got that lasso around that one hawk, dragged it towards her, and now Draven's got a perfect shot to take this thing out.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I will say, if you wanted to shoot at the raptors, don't shoot at the one that's laying on the ground, because
Yeah.
if you're shooting
definitely
at
gonna go
range,
one that's currently closing in, or
Right.
still completely active.
well,
Oh,
just so
I
you
was-
know,
Go ahead.
mechanically, you have disadvantage on anything that's prone.
Yeah. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
It's
So,
instantaneous.
Well, I mean, it doesn't maintain until the next turn.
I do have a thing I want to do with
that's
you
what you
in
want.
battle at some point, specifically Wolfram.
We should have plenty of opportunities.
Alright,
It
so
sounds like we're
next
going to
in the
have a
turn
couple of
order
fights.
Is Griffin.
I just want to let you know that I'm currently carrying a meteor hammer,
Nice.
and I want to use it to your advantage
Nice.
at some point. At some point. Is Kane back?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. It's my turn now.
Yes.
All right. So
You have
Griffin is. Go ahead.
you have a pretty well wounded raptor on the ground, and a crispy bird in front of Reyna, and then another raptor standing kind of slightly diagonal to the right of Wolfram.
So I don't know his actual name.
James,
But-
the rogue.
Wolfram.
Yeah.
Wolfram. It gave me information that as a ranger I have disadvantage on prone enemies.
Yeah. You
So
probably shouldn't.
I'm definitely going to attack the upright raptor.
Not the hawk?
It's on the ground?
The hawk is not on the ground. The hawk is over at Reyna.
Yeah. So basically, we
It's
have
on the
we
ground.
have Hawk 2 that is flying barely by Reyna, and
Okay, I thought when she pulled it, it would be on the ground. Okay, yeah, no, then I'll go after the hawk and take out all the ranged enemies.
yes,
Oh yeah.
sounds good. Go
Yes.
ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage.
Hell yeah.
10
Crap, I need to check.
plus 4, 14
Yes, you hit.
to hit, and then a 6 plus 2 is 8.
Yeah, you drop it.
Sweet, 2 dead hawks. Can we gather these hawks for food later?
And given the
If they let
opportunity,
you. Hologram man may not like that.
Griffin doesn't care.
at this point, you hear an echoing out above the crowd as the second hawk drops. Well, looky here. It looks like I've chose the right combatants. They are pushing and pushing and pushing, and they have not seen much problem yet. Can everybody get a hoorah? And the crowd hoorahs. Once, twice, 3 times for you. And you feel a surge of energy.
Griffin
Oh,
yells
yeah.
out at the crowd, "Can I get a oh yeah?"
How did I not think about... Anyways. Next up is
All right.
Wolfram.
All right, Wolfram's gonna go for the one standing. He's back to back with James. James just attacked the one that was on the ground. Smart. But I'm gonna attack the one that's still standing. And Wolfram abandons his careful sort of balanced swordsmanship, and he just comes at this thing like a wild animal. Like he throws all fear of being hit aside and just rushes this thing. Like it's open mouth is basically like right at his face as he just jams his sword at it.
Nice. I
And
like
that
it.
is uh let's see. Oh man, I hope this hits. I have advantage. I'm using my reckless attack.
Sounds good.
Um I don't think this hits. That is a 7 plus 5. So 12?
Unfortunately, that does not hit.
Alright, I still managed to miss, but yeah, he tries to jab at it. Does not manage to connect, but yeah, this thing has advantage on him next
Cool.
round.
That is very unfortunate for you.
A little bit.
Oh no, he'll be fine, trust me.
Well, that's unfortunate because its turn is now.
Yes.
And it is going to try and bite at you.
Mm.
17 plus 5 or 10 plus 5. So 17 plus 5 is 22 hit.
Oh yeah.
Why did I ask?
I mean, it's etiquette.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's good.
Yeah. So I need an extra D4. So this thing clamps down and grabs you. You know, it bites down on your shoulder for 5 damage.
Okay. Now I've got it right where I want it. Unfortunately for it.
Ow! Now I have it right where I want it.
Oh no, Wolfram doesn't make a sound.
Oh,
You hear yeah.
that's the most unnerving thing I think I've ever seen.
Let me go ahead and subtract that damage. Yeah, Wolfram looks fine. Maybe he lets out a small grunt, but like, you're not like honestly, you guys probably haven't even noticed that he's gotten hit.
uh, Speaking of that, the one that's on the ground in front of James, rights itself and attempts to attack James. Because he is fucking it up. And it manages to land a claw on James. And James is not happy about that.
Who would be?
It manages to slash his shoulder pretty good. Raina, you're up.
Okay. Sacred Flame, one of these bitches.
Sacred Flame?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oof.
Oh, shit. I dropped it.
You're really out here cooking these monsters.
Where'd it go?
Yeah.
Which one are you hitting?
Yeah, which one are you gonna aim for?
I lost my dice. Hold on. Probably the one that's not currently biting down on Wolfram.
The one that's
The
not...
damaged one.
Yeah, the damaged
Yeah,
one,
that's smart.
I don't want to hurt Wolfram if I accidentally miss. Where's...
Well, you can't hurt your
can't.
friends with Sacred Flame, can you?
You can't, but I mean, I get it. The other one's damaged. Honestly, if we can get rid of that one, we can focus fire. So I agree.
Do you see it?
Hold on, she dropped her dice.
It happens. You can go ahead and roll the dex save for it, though.
Yeah. So you're attacking one of the... Yeah, all that's left is raptors.
Hold on.
Yeah. The one on James, I believe.
It fails. It fails its dex save. I can tell you that right now.
Hell yeah.
14 plus...
You hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was without my modifier.
You hit, yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll up your damage.
5. 5. Because it's 1d8 radiant damage.
Okay. So, Sacred Flame?
Yeah.
So, this, like, silky ribbon of white fire descends from a few feet above it and wraps itself around the, like, neck and arms and back and then legs, and it, like, ties up this raptor and sizzles into its flesh as it falls dead in front of James.
Nice. Only one left, guys.
Ah, found it.
Speaking of, it is James's turn, and he is going to turn and try and attack the other raptor. And he has advantage, which is good because he rolled a 4.
Why does he have advantage?
Hold on.
Sorry if I'm asking dumb questions.
No, you're good. I'm glad you did ask because he doesn't have advantage. That was a
There you
feat
go.
that he gets later on.
Gotcha.
Okay, so he swings his rapier at the raptor, but he didn't account for not wanting to hurt Wolfram because it's got his jaw on his neck, on his arm, on his shoulder. Jesus, and
Yeah, Wolfram's moving about.
yeah, and he just barely misses it because he, you know. Next up is Driffin. Y'all don't have to know that. Yeah, next up is Driffin.
All right. So it's still chomping down on Wolfram, yes?
Yes.
Mhm. Wolfram's being bitten, and he's kind of writhing about. James has just tried to stab this other one. And he's just like, Wolfram's moving around, trying to push this thing away.
So is it a possibility in this game to miss in a way that harms your party members?
Maybe with a nat 1 if the DM deems
Decide.
it appropriate.
Yeah, like it used to be in like previous editions. If you rolled a nat 1, it was like guaranteed that, you know, something bad was going to happen to you, your weapon, your armor, your teammates. But in 5th edition, they kind of made it like up to DM discretion mostly.
Yeah.
I mean, this
All right.
thing's biting down on me. If you roll a 1, I will gladly take damage.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, for the most part, I'm not going to make you suffer consequences that are too bad unless it's like, yeah,
A bad
I
position.
try and burn the rope with the torch that is suspending my friend over the shark tank. You know, like,
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a 12 plus 4, 16.
that hits.
Nice.
And I rolled a 4 plus 2 for damage, 6.
You nail it right in one of its eyes. It screeches really loudly, and it lets go of Wolfram.
Well, I was gonna say Wolfram takes advantage of the opening and pushes it away.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah,
It's its turn, right? Or is it my turn?
it's your turn.
Okay, yeah, I will push it away from me using this opening that my friend Griffin has so generously afforded me. And yeah, I'm gonna kill this thing. That same reckless approach. I come in with a 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. That's juicy.
Hell yeah. Let's see, that is 8 sword damage. I think I want to try to cut off its head.
So, I'm going to go ahead and describe what happens here a little bit. Driffin drops to one knee, pulls the bow and lines up the shot, you know, pegs it right in the left eye, and it releases your shoulder, and it's right in your ear. You can feel its breath on your head, and it just feeds into the energy that you've been feeling and the hot, you know, spittle that sprays as it screeches. It's, you know, and it's taken aback as you shove your hands into its chest and start pushing it back and throw it off of you. And in one smooth motion, you come around and just cleave this thing's head right off. And as you do, a power chord hits on the guitar that's playing overhead, and you hear this crazy, wild, demon guttural scream accompanying the singing that's going on with the music, and the crowd cheers as loud as you've heard them cheer ever throughout this entire fight. And
I think.
go ahead.
I mean, like the way he does it too is he pushes it away, grabs his sword in both hands, and then does one of those overhead downward slashes. His black wolf cloak just billowing behind him as he just takes one step forward, ending this thing.
Yes, it's beautiful. As you do that, you're standing there and you're all pretty battle hardened and damaged right now. The voice of the man that you met earlier comes on. I see that I chose the perfect set of champions. I am glad to provide y'all all with your entertainment today. Please look forward to the next match. And as he says that, you all fall unconscious.
Oh shit.
Damn, I'm fucking ready for the next match. I don't even need a break. Damn.
Well, that's a good thing, because it was the burning, searing sunlight when you fell unconscious. And as you come to, you're all lying pretty much exactly where you were, but it is now in the dead of night.
Do we get a short rest?
Yes, sorry, I forgot to say that. Yeah, you get a short rest.
Is any damage healed?
Yes.
Yeah, you roll your hit dice.
You have hit dice that are equal to like your character's health dice. I think for you it's a D10 for Ranger.
And yeah. 2D.
Yeah, so you can roll however many D10 you find appropriate. So like, because you only took 3, personally, if you only took 3 damage, I would just roll 1.
Yeah, obviously.
I'm back up to full, baby.
All right, what did I get? Yeah, I'm full. I rolled an 8.
Cool.
Wolfram can apparently just sleep anything off.
He just sleeps off a gaping wound in his shoulder of bite marks from the rafter. Just but a scratch.
Like, it's still there, but it's like kind of just like darkened. There's no bleeding left. It just kind of he heals. Yeah, he heals at kind of a mind-boggling rate, though, I would imagine.
So now the chorus and chanting that was in the air has gone quiet and still, and there's a lulling kind of harp being played on the stage that sits above you all, and it's cool. The night has taken over the stadium and the darkness fades in. There's a bit of fog. One thing that you do notice is that about a quarter of the arena in the shape of a crescent has been flooded with water, and you have this kind of beachy vibe going on. And the voice calls over the intercom again. Ladies and gentlemen, creatures of all ages, we are back to watch my champions risk life and limb once again. And as he says that, you hear grunting and... Where is that thing? There it is. Okay. Grunting and growling coming from behind a door across from where you are. Release.
I assume
Go ahead.
that we've all stood up.
Yeah,
Have we all? Okay.
I'm not gonna make y'all. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Release the beasts. And as he says that, a door pulls open, and actually, I don't know that Driffin or Wolfram would know what it is.
Okay. I can roll
Yeah.
for it if you want, but I'm not worried about what it is. I'm worried about
Yeah.
if it dies.
Yeah, I'll describe it this way. A big cat with a large mane trounces out onto the sand. Clearly, something pissed in his Cheerios this morning. He is not happy. And also, you hear a whooshing of water as gates in the sunken area pull open, and two giant crabs waddle out. Again, very clearly pissed.
All right.
All right.
If y'all want, we can continue with the last initiative, or you can roll again. It's up to y'all.
I'm good with the last initiative. I think it'd be easier.
Yeah,
Fine by me with that.
Cool.
I'm fine with being last. It gives me a minute to figure out what spell to use.
Hell yeah.
Just let me write down everybody's initiative order.
She's off, Peters. Okay. Oh shit! I thought I already turned the other one off. No. Okay, yeah, I'll turn them off.
All right. So, James looks at you, Wolfram, and he kind of shrugs his shoulders, and he says to you, "Well, looks like we're in it for the long haul." And he pulls a short bow off his back and sights up one of the giant crabs.
Okay. Sounds good. It's whose turn is it?
It's James's.
Okay. These are finishing so quick. Oh.
So, James manages to take off one of the stalky eyes of one of these giant crabs, and
Nice shot.
yeah, and it scuttles forward, very upset, but only makes it about halfway to y'all. There's probably another 15 or so feet till you get to it. Driffin, you're up.
So I have to ask,
Yes.
is the ground still sand?
It is still sand, except for the about quarter of the
area.
arena in a crescent shape that is water that the crabs just emerged from.
All right. Cool.
So probably
Two
about 15
crabs.
feet of water.
2 crabs and an unidentified beast.
Big kid.
You would know it as a lion.
Okay.
Oh, it's just a lion. I was fearing the worst. I'm not going to lie.
I was like, it's gonna be a metacore.
I was over here like, Chimera? What? Oh no.
Yeah, Teo?
So we've got 1 crab closing in at 15 feet.
Yes, it's
Man,
missing an eye because James clipped it.
All right. And the other crab is
Still about where it was let out of the cage underwater.
and the lion being the same where it was released.
If you follow the edge of the arena that you're in, it's
Yeah.
probably about 20 feet to the right of the crab that's still in the water, just like right on the edge of the water and the sand.
Okay.
And the giant crab that's still in the water and the lion are both about 60 feet away from you.
All right.
Just so you know, so it's easier to make your decision. A creature that is underwater, you have disadvantage on ranged attacks if you're above water. So you're
Okay.
probably going to want to attack either the crab that's above water or the lion.
Yeah.
All right. I have
Sorry,
one
I
more.
know that's a lot of mechanics.
I have one more question.
Shoot.
Spell Hunter's Mark. I
Ooh.
can
Yes.
instantly cast it.
It's a bonus
Like,
action.
it's a bonus action. So I can
Yes.
So you can-
attack and then cast it, or
Well-
Well,
cast
you can.
attack.
A bonus action can be taken at any point during your turn, but you have as long as you're taking an action as well.
Yes. To do this one, how it would work is you would cast it and then attack.
Okay. It creates an advantage, yes, if I remember correctly.
It deals extra damage, and you can like track it and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I can pull it up if you need.
yes, please.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I apologize.
It's all good, bro.
So you choose a creature you can see within range, which they are both within your range, and mystically mark it as your quarry. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack. And
Okay,
you
when-
have some other stuff that has to do with tracking. When the spell, if the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action and mark a new creature.
Okay. When does the spell end?
When it drops to
after-
0 or
Oh.
up to an hour.
Up to an hour. All right,
Yes.
cool.
Uh,
So,
yeah.
you will have noticed on the picture in the character info photos, Driffin wears a sleeve over his right arm. Before
Okay.
casting this spell, he grabs his right arm and rips the sleeve off and reveals what none of you have ever seen, maybe, a demon arm
Nice.
that he uses to cast magic.
Fuck yeah.
So, he raises his hand to his forehead, looks toward the lion, and casts Hunter's Mark.
So as you cast the spell, you feel this. It feels like your entire body is covered in, like you're submerged in swamp water, but it lasts for just a second, just a quarter of a second, and then you feel the power surge through your arm as you like mystically line the sights up on this lion.
Okay. And then I believe I will attack the lion because honestly, it seems the most imposing by way of image. It's also quadrupedal.
Technically
So-
speaking, I don't know if this matters. The crab can't even see us.
Yeah, this is true.
They have blindside out to 30 feet.
Yeah.
Cool. So I will roll the hit. That is a 15 plus 4, 19.
That hits.
Damage is a 5 plus 2, 7. Plus,
Uh,
I guess, whatever Hunter's Mark adds. I don't know what that is.
You get a d6 on top of that.
On top of that. Alright, which one is my 6? Funny. Ah, there we go. 4.
So what is
11.
that altogether? 11?
Yes.
You hear the lion roar as it is taken aback. It just walked out onto this field and immediately caught an arrow to the chest. Like, it's not happy with that. Next up is Wolfram.
All right. I can see that Driffin is doing something. So I'm gonna make sure. You know what? I'll go after the. Shit, I actually can't get to anything because it's all 60 feet away, right?
The one crab that James shot is has progressed towards y'all, and it is about 15 feet away as a group.
Okay.
Probably 20 from you.
Okay. Then I'll go for the crab then.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go towards it. I'm gonna attack it.
Nice.
I guess.
Crack that shell. We're all having crab legs tonight.
You know what? I know what I'm gonna do. Wolfram's gonna see that Driffin has this, and he's gonna see that the closest target is this crab, and he's gonna run over and he's gonna punt it.
That's
He's-
incredible.
Gonna punch the crab?
He's gonna punt it. He's gonna kick the shit out of it.
Like a football.
He's gonna move all the way to the crab, kick the shit out of it, and then he's gonna immediately start running back.
This is a medium beast. It's a giant crab.
Yeah, I know it's as big as I am, but this is Wolfram.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Go for
That
the
is
meat.
9 damage.
Ooh, that's a meaty hit.
That's fucking hilarious.
Please, in the most comical way, describe the kick.
So,
I think he just runs. Oh, okay, I imagine it. He runs towards it. He leaps in the air and lands on it with both feet, and then jumps off it like a springboard to start running in the other direction. So he has 10 feet back. So he's kind of back behind Driffin and Reyna again. Does this kill it though?
yeah, you like it just all 6 of its legs just flatten out and explode off of it as if like in an anime, and it makes a weak gurgling noise as you just split its shell in half. Like, this thing is done for.
Sweet.
Nicely done.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. Speaking of, you're up.
Okay,
Really stunk.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is the other crab deaf?
It has blind sight, so it can't see with eyesight, but it can, like, imagine
But it
echolocation.
doesn't have deafness.
No, it does not have deafness.
Okay. And we still have the lion too.
Yeah. I will let you know, Driffin hit it in a pretty, not necessarily, like, he didn't get a heart shot, but you think that, you know, he got a pretty damn good shot on this lion.
Okay. Is the other one still in water?
Yes.
Mm.
It has not taken its turn yet.
Okay.
Kill it before it gets to.
It is about 60 feet away from you.
Okay. I am going to use Dissonant Whispers on it. Because that range is
Hell
60
yeah.
feet.
Yeah.
It's instantaneous. So that's the one
You
I'm
can
gonna
see-
use.
You do have to see it, I believe. It is underwater, but you can see it, right?
Yeah, it's like half submerged, you know, that like alligator
Ah.
thing where you can see the peak of its shell.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
I think that's perfectly fine.
Fuck yeah.
Wait, don't I have to roll a save? Is it an attack roll for you, or is it a save for me?
It's a save.
It's a save for you. It's a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Martin is haunting me.
I'm assuming
Sorry.
a 10 doesn't meet your save.
13 is my save.
Okay.
Guess
Lucky
what
number.
you take?
What?
3d6.
Jesus Christ! That's
Yikes.
so
Hell
much
yeah.
damage.
Remember, it's one of her spell slots, so.
Yeah.
13 psychic damage.
You just see bubbles as
Dude.
this thing sinks like a stone.
Raina, I have to tell you this. That is the highest damage that has been dealt so far in the game. Before that, I had dealt 10 damage in one hit, and you just dealt 13.
She
I'm
just
sorry, I don't-
one-shotted
well,
one
yeah.
of these fuckers.
It didn't even
Yeah,
get to take
that's-
its turn.
And the
Yeah,
greatest
its
part is
eyes
it's
roll
literally
back.
psychic damage, so all I did was whisper a melody into its ear and it went into pain and died.
Well, I just imagine that you run up the 30 feet and you, like, point at it with this, like, weird motion in your hands and, it just, like I said, it just, y'all probably aren't even sure what the fuck she did to it. You just see bubbles and it starts to sink. Like,
I'm imagining, like, currently I'm imagining the shout from Skyrim's throw voice. Hey, Skeever butt!
that's
And it just explodes.
pretty good. So, guess I can close that tab.
Bye-bye, crabs.
By the way, if you are concerned about how Wolfram dealt all that damage, it was that feature that we talked about that I was planning on replacing, but I was just going to hold on to it till level 4.
Oh, no, you're good. I figured that was probably what it was.
Right. I'm going to replace it, but remember, I still haven't decided which one because I don't know what direction the other party members are going, so.
Yeah.
I can definitely tell you I'm going for versatility.
How many
Hell
spell
yeah.
slots do I have?
You have, right now, I think...
That
I'm
was
not
one
100%
first.
That was one first level. Think you have...
I don't think I have any second level yet.
No, you don't have any second level yet. I think you have 3 first level.
Okay. So I can use it 2 more times.
Yeah.
For other monsters if needed.
If needed, yeah. Driffin, this lion is not very happy with you.
I would imagine.
It charges at you.
All right.
If I do this wrong, I apologize, but I think I understand what's happening.
Okay.
So,
what do you mean if you do this?
Oh, Pounce. Yeah, I know how Pounce works.
yeah. Well, like, what I'm saying is, can you use the running leap into Pounce?
Yeah, the running
Okay.
leap, is Pounce. You just have to go in the right order.
Yeah.
And it's only if they're knocked prone that you get the extra bonus action attack.
Yeah.
This sucks.
So it's
So-
claws, strength save, or dex save. I can't remember.
Strength save. Driffin, this thing comes running at you and leaps, and it lands, just like right in front of you, and with its landing, it swipes a big meaty paw at you.
Uh-huh.
Well, like the idea is that it's like full body tackling you. Have you ever seen a big cat take down like a deer? I think that's the intention.
That's
Yeah.
what I imagine. I imagine it jumps at me, front paws forward, and tries to grapple me in some sort of manner.
Yes, but it has to hit on this attack, so for it to knock you
Ah.
prone. So like, I'm
Gotcha.
trying to figure out how to like word it to, and it does not. It does not. It it misjudged the arrow in its chest, and it didn't. It landed kind of weird. It took it leaped when it pushed off with its front paws. It didn't account for how bad that chest muscle hurt, and it lands about 10 feet in front of you, kind of like heavily on its back paws as it tries to readjust.
Oh man.
Okay.
Next up is James, and seeing that, he is going to So, this is the first time that you see James do anything like this. He pulls out one of his daggers and then steps, and as he steps forward, he becomes a mist and then coalesces back near the lion, having cast Misty Step.
Nice. Well, we have just met him, so you know what? Wolfram will say something like full of surprises.
Next up, it's Driffin's turn.
Sweet. He's 10 feet away from me. Do I have a disadvantage on ranged attack?
I think you do, yes. Yeah, because under 60 feet.
No, it's you only have disadvantage if he's within 5 feet, and I think
Within
you
5 feet.
it-
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
is he
Alright,
not
cool.
within 5 feet?
He's within 10.
Yeah, so
That's-
you're sorry, go ahead.
Okay, never mind. I'm good.
No, I was gonna say you're. I think you're good, right? Because if it's only within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Would you happen to have thought of an effect for what we talked about yet?
Sorry, shoot me a message. Remind me what that was.
All right. Hold on. Real.
Oh, was it the thing that you gathered?
Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Cool. I would like to take a little bit of the blood I drew from the centipede and
Okay.
apply it to the tip of my arrow.
Hold on now. Applying poison takes a minute, and like literally
Okay.
every poison that's ever existed.
Does it?
Yes. Unless if this is a thing, but like I'm almost
I don't
certain.
know. I don't know. I'm not the expert here, so if I'm
Uh,
doing something, please instruct me how it would be right.
You could say you did it beforehand.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's perfectly fine to say that you did it beforehand and had special ones set aside for.
Okay?
Sorry.
Are we okay with that?
Yes, that's perfectly fine.
All right. Then that is what has happened.
Um.
I draw a previously poisoned arrow. And I would like to fire it at the lion.
Yes, go ahead and roll your to hit.
Oh, that's disheartening. That's a 1.
Ooh.
I mean, it's got a +4 for a hit, so 5, but oof.
Yeah, but crit. So what happens is maybe I think what happens is the lion looks up at you and snarls really aggressively. It catches you off guard, and your shot goes wide a little bit, and the arrow plinks off the wall, shattering.
Oof.
I just looked up basic poison. It says it takes 1 action to apply poison to 3 arrows.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if you've applied them beforehand, you had a vial of it. So I think you get the 3 you get 3 arrows that you could have applied beforehand.
Okay.
So now you're down to 2.
Yes. And I've lost 1 of 20 arrows.
I mean, you can
Yes.
pick it up after the fight, hopefully. Oh, did it break?
Yeah,
Shattered.
it's shattered.
Shattered.
Damn. Okay. On the sand? Wait.
On the obelisk like marble wall that's surrounding the arena.
That makes sense. Awesome.
That sucks.
So next up is Wolfram.
Okay. At this point, how far am I from the lion? Because I moved 20 feet, then moved 10 feet back. So I should only be 10 feet from where I was. Can I get to the lion?
Yeah, I think you definitely can. I think it's like 10 or 20 feet roughly. So I think you can make that.
Okay. Yeah, I springboard off of this crab and start sprinting. I see Drippin take aim but miss, and I'm going to do that thing where I put one hand on his shoulder and kind of make a leap, and then draw my sword down and try to slash this lion. Is it standing up or is it prone?
It is standing.
Okay, then I'm gonna make a reckless attack against it.
Cool.
That is 17 to hit.
That hits.
All right.
Big juicy numbers.
That is that's only 5 slashing damage though.
But because of how you went about this, you take out one of its eyes and by drawing down across its face with the like upward coming down on it that you were going for, and it is not happy right now. It definitely roars back at you, and
Has
I-
advantage.
I have a question, and this is because I don't honestly know. It
Yes.
still has Hunter's Mark applied to it. Do my
Yeah.
allies get a bonus to
No.
damage for that, or no?
no, because
Just you,
basically
bro.
what it's like is like
Just me.
your
Okay.
your
Okay,
source
that's all
of
I need.
magic is putting a crosshair on it, so it you know.
Okay, that's all I needed.
You're up, Brandon.
I'm gonna hit it with Sacred Flame.
You want to hit it with Sacred Flame?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sacred flame this bitch.
Do it.
You must succeed on a Dex saving throw.
Does 15 succeed?
Yeah.
Does it have a half damage effect or anything?
Not a cantrip.
No.
I'm
Ooh.
sorry.
It says, yeah, it just says the target gains no benefit from cover for this saving throw.
Cool.
That means that it doesn't take any benefit from being behind me.
It just says you must succeed on a Dex saving throw or take 1d radiant damage. The target gains no
Yeah.
benefit from
Yeah.
cover on the saving throw.
Do you have any bonus actions you can do?
No, I need to get more bonus action stuff.
No, I
Oh,
hate it.
trust
I hate
me.
it for early game casters because it's basically like I cast my spell. Does it hit? No. Okay, never mind. Go on about your day.
That's pretty much my life right now.
Don't worry, you will get a lot of bonus actions as you level up as a sorcerer. You can make almost anything a bonus action, so you'll be okay.
That'll be awesome. I think I have like 1 or 2 yeah, 1 or 2 that are bonus actions, but they're different moon phases than what I am right now.
Trust me, this is just how early levels are. You will definitely get a ton of bonus actions as you level up. Level 3 is going to be huge for you.
Cool.
So, with a missing eye, and this big beefcake standing in front of it, the
Wolfram growls at it.
the lion assesses the immediate threat and tries to attack Wolfram. Does a 22 hit? Nope. 8.
Yeah.
Nope. Fuck. What is 21? There we go. Fuck.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Did you roll with advantage to make sure you didn't crit?
I am giving him disadvantage because you just took his eye out, and he,
So it's evened out to a flat roll.
yeah.
Gotcha.
You take 7 damage as he slams his claw into you.
Okay. He gets that sweet slash mark like Bruce Lee gets in that one movie. You know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It-
All of his movies had super generic Asian movie names, and I feel bad because I was about to say, like, I don't know, something of the dragon, and I...
No, you're right. That is the movie.
Yeah.
That's the movie that he does that in, yeah.
All right. So, James, standing to your right, goes in for an attack on the lion with his dagger. Ooh, good. You see James kind of do a like step in, step out, little quick, like shank almost, kind of stabs it in the ribs.
Hmm.
Nice.
Next up is you, Driffin.
All right. Well, barring the circumstances of the Nat 1 next, or last turn, I will not be using a poisoned arrow. Just gonna fire a normal arrow at it this time. 14 plus 4, 18.
That hits.
And then D8. 3 plus 2, 5.
You're shooting it.
Yes.
So you think you got probably a good lung hit. It's not long for this world, but it's still kind of just barely standing.
All right.
Wolfram, you are up.
All right, I'll finish this thing off. I see that it's heavily injured. It's flagging. I'm just gonna stride forward, do a flourish with my sword, and just again attempt to take this thing's head in a well, I would think at this point a merciful way.
Oh yeah,
That is a 19
that
to
hits.
hit. All right. Um. Again, that is only 5 damage, but is that enough?
That is just enough.
Hmm.
You can do whatever you
Sweet.
want to with this thing. All right, well,
Yeah.
Oh, hey now. Hey now.
I imagine it's not like an extremely powerful blow. It's just kind of Wolfram knows exactly how much power he has to put into this to take this thing's head, and he does exactly that. It's a perfectly controlled motion.
I like it. All right, as you do that, the voice comes over again. Once again, my chosen champions have proved themselves to be the last one standing. I'm not sure anything could take them down at this point. We'll have to make the next one a little interesting. How do you feel about that, folks? And everybody cheers.
As he says this, Wolfram grabs the lion's head by the mane and just does that thing where he like thrusts it over his head. There's like blood pouring down onto its chest.
Oh, they fucking love it. It's cheers and applause, and when you do that, it kicks up even harder. Like,
I just imagine him screaming, "Are you not entertained?"
well,
Wolfram, with his impassive face, says nothing.
oh, it's so beautiful. He calls over again in the voice over the intercom. As you have rightly earned, you will have a meal and a break in between. Take your rest and do with it what you will. You have earned it. And the door to the cell that you came out of opens again.
I haven't been able to make it over to my own here in a second, so I haven't marked off the damage that you dealt to me yet. So just give me a second. It was 7, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And 7 sweet Bruce Lee chest abs damage.
You gotta love it.
Gotta love it.
So, as you guys, well, I guess you do have a choice to make here. Are you going to file back into the cell as he, has said to do, basically?
Yeah, sure. Well, I don't know where else I'm gonna go. I'd rather take it while I can.
Yeah, same.
Okay, cool.
We don't really know enough to I guess retaliate.
I have not seen my opportunity to strike yet, but trust me, when I will, it will be swift and violent.
So, as you, can I get a perception check from everybody?
Yeah.
That'd be...
Can I just use my passive?
It is
Yeah,
a
that's fine.
20.
20?
It's the D20?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What's that, bro? I keep hitting the side of my thing.
I rolled
Oh,
a
no.
16 plus 4, 20.
Nice. You got a good perception. Well, that makes sense for a ranger, but that's a good perception.
Can I just say that the last 3 times that I've rolled the dice and it's hit something, it landed on 1, then it was a 2, then it was a 3. I'm gonna use a smaller one and hope that it actually does something.
Yeah, try and roll it actually
Damn
into
it.
your thing.
I got a 9.
9. So,
Plus, hold on. I don't know what my perception is. It's a 10. Okay, never
it's
mind.
a 10. So, Driffin, as you all are filing back into the cell, you happen to notice on the suspended platform there is a cage in the center, and you can just barely make it out because of the angle that you're standing at in the doorway. You only see it for a second, but Mortimer and Molimer are in a cage on the center of that platform.
This is in the hall toward
Uh,
the cage we were in, or
This is over the arena that you were just fighting in.
ah,
It is
okay,
suspended on chains above the arena.
chain.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I obviously, when we get back to the cage, I'm gonna make everyone else aware of this.
Speaking of, as you do get back to the cage, there is a long table that has now been placed in your cell, and it is full up of, just feast meal food. This is the point for y'all to get. This is going to count as a long rest for y'all.
Okay, man. I'll be honest with you. We barely took any damage.
Yeah. I mean, we could
We,
prep some things, this being a long rest.
yeah. I mean, like, I'll take the long rest, but
Yeah.
like, I'm good to keep going.
Uh, well, honestly, all that's going to happen is this is just a chance for y'all to talk if you want to, do whatever you need to do. But after that, we can just get into the next fight.
Hey, yeah.
I do have a simple question though.
Yeah.
Regarding another spell, yes. So, you can ready an attack by knocking an arrow before battle. The spell in
Yeah.
question is snare. It takes some time to cast, yes.
A minute, yeah.
Yeah.
Could one be preparing that spell before, like a minute before the battle in question, and then cast it as the battle begins?
I think the answer to your question in general is yes, but for this specific one, because it's, well, let me read the wording, but basically what I'm saying is because it's a specific thing that's happening in a specific area, it wouldn't do you much good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just figured I wanted to maybe if I could create an advantage using it. But considering it takes time, using it in during the battle might not be so advantageous.
So when you cast a spell that needs to be readied, I don't believe it can take longer than an action. I think it has to be an action. I'm almost certain.
Yeah. Because, like,
Okay.
if it were anything else that was like instantaneous or an action, like I think that would count. But
So
Well,
no is the consensus.
yes,
yeah.
no,
The only things that you can ready are actions. I don't even think you can technically ready bonus actions unless if the DM okays it. I'm okay with readying bonus actions as long as they don't break the game, but you can't ready something that takes a minute. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, I get it. I just figured I'd ask before.
That would be cool as shit.
Oh yeah,
Like
it would be cool if I could.
if we had some time, you could like prepare a place before a battle, or if we were ambushing somebody, it would totally like be applicable.
So like, All right, then. This raises another question. If the situation arises in our next battle or two that we leave the arena, could I cast snare on a random area within the arena before we leave?
Yeah, if you have a minute to hang out there, I mean it. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah, exactly. If you, as long as you have the time to do it, yeah.
Okay.
somebody might come over and be like, "What the hell are you doing on the ground over there in the sand?" They're like, I just need to take a shit real quick. I'll be right out."
I mean, yeah, we weren't described a bathroom area within our cell, so it would be feasible.
uh, you do notice that, like, weirdly, you don't. Yes, you've taken damage, but you don't really feel like fatigued. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Um. So you know, you guys take a minute, eat some food, whatever, and the copy that. Okay. The door slides open again, and you hear faintly from outside, "The time has come for your last fight."
Real quick before we start, was this a long rest or a short rest?
I'm gonna go ahead and say short rest if y'all don't feel the need for it to be a long rest.
Hell yeah,
I mean,
I'll
if we
take
don't
it.
need that, yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, I'm full up.
Question: we again gonna stay with the same initiative?
I'm good with that if everybody else is.
I'm fine with it.
Yep, I'm good.
It won't let me alter my HP for some reason. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm back up.
Okay. So, coming from outside the door, even before you step out, you can feel a dank, musty, you know, kind of swamp-like air as the hot, sticky air kind of flows in, and as you step out, it seems to be some sort of like swamp. Like there's kind of a boggy, wet soil. It's not flooded, but the soil is like kind of shifting and like mud, you know, muddy, as there's bushes and trees kind of sparsely scattered about, and from behind a very tall tree, you see this long, kind of intimidating beak as this fucker peeks around a tree at you, hearing you shuffle in.
I'll be here until 5. Stay with him? Yeah, I'll be here till 5. Sorry, I got to mute. I'm on a call. Yeah, I'll be here. Are we good?
Yeah.
Sorry, while you were doing your description, somebody came and asked me how long I was staying.
Oh no, you're good. So in this kind of swampy, you know, area where there's shifting mud and wet, it's kind of sandy, and there's trees and bushes. This big fucking dinosaur, the Quetzalcoatlus, pokes its head
Oh,
around the
man.
tree at you.
All right, and we're supposed to fight this thing?
Yeah.
All right, I guess let's start.
So a voice calls out. The voice calls out, "Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the real main event. The thing you've all been waiting for. One of our best beasts against one of my best champions. Or one of my groups of champions, I should rather. We have 4 this time. Well, 3." And as he says that, James takes his turn and sprints up to the Quetzalcoatlus and mounts it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right.
This one coming.
I could have seen this coming.
Yeah, I saw this one coming. I really did.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect this to be like a big, like,
Reveal.
oh, ho, ho,
Yeah.
Mr. Bond, you know.
I will say this was fucking good.
Yeah. It's a good turn. It is.
All right. All right. Yeah, let's do this.
So James has taken his turn. Uh, Next up in the initiative order is the Quetzalcoatlus, and it flaps its wings out, screeching at you all, and begins to move forward, snapping its long neck out at you, Wolfram. And
Naturally, I am probably in the front.
does a 15 hit.
It meets, it beats.
So you take 12 damage.
Yikes!
Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
Wait, am I? Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, okay. Fuck. That you realize that's like as much HP as most people have at level 2. Okay, hold on. Yeah, my AC's 15. Damn it. Yeah, okay. 12 damage. 12. All right. Nope. I typed in 42. Hold on.
I'm
All right.
Actually, hold on. I'm retconning something real quick because this stat block, I'm just realizing, is like the attacks are really unbalanced for some reason.
No, no, no. Don't hold back. This is perfect. I think we can beat it.
All right.
No, no, no. Trust me. I've got a thing. My
Okay.
turn will come up after yours, and I've got a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of, it is Driffin's turn.
Yes. So I don't
Shoot
like
this
the
fucking
fact-
thing. Hunter's Mark. God.
First off, I don't like the fact that it has a rogue riding it, which are usually notoriously hard to keep track of.
Yeah. The rogue that has been helping us this whole time and is now
Yeah.
backstabbing us, as it were.
Yeah, I mean, it checks out that a rogue would backstab.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if I should cast Hunter's Mark on the beast or the asshole. Suggestions?
Up to you. I mean, honestly, like this beast needs to go down, but either of
Yeah,
them
it
can deal a lot of damage. So
Yeah. This is true.
maybe focus on him, and I'll focus on this big thing.
Okay, so, I mean, Hunter's Mark doesn't give you guys any advantage in the first place.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on James. And
Cool.
then fire an arrow at
Cool.
him.
Is it going to be poisoned?
No,
Damn.
not yet. That's unfortunate. That is a 2.
Oh man, those good rolls were coming, but we are in trouble now.
Plus 4 is 6. That obviously doesn't hit.
Yeah, unfortunately that doesn't hit.
Oh, did I lose another arrow?
No, you did not. You're
Okay.
fine on this one.
All right. Well, that sucks.
I mean, I'll be honest. The only reason why you lost the other one was because it's a,
It was a nat 1.
Yeah, it was gonna be a big move to poison an arrow and hit the biggest, meatiest enemy, and a
Yeah.
nat 1 on that.
Yeah, it required a big loss.
Yeah.
Next up
So-
is Wolfram. Yeah,
Let me ask, how did this thing attack me? It pecked me?
yeah. It reached its head in and kind of almost snapped its neck like a whip and pecked you. It felt like an arrow hitting you.
I imagine with that much damage, it damn near like there's just like blood pouring down his side. Like it looks like, there's just a huge gaping wound in Wolfram's arm, and he grunts loudly this time. Probably the first time you've really seen that sort of reaction from him. At this point, you hear what sounds like the snarling of a beast, and he reaches up and pulls on the wolf cowl over his face, and you can see the eyes of the wolf appear to be glowing red, and below that you see in his shadowed cowl, you can't really make out his face. You see a matching pair of just glowing red eyes um, shining out from beneath the cloak. And yeah, he snarls, grabbing his sword in both hands and attacking like an animal. Like at this point, he's not even moving like a man. He's low to the ground. He's you know
Quadrupedal.
yes, he's like loping like a beast. He comes right at this thing.
And I'll say the image has been changed to reflect that for stream and playback.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna make an attack on him as I enter my rage. And
Also, just for scale, this thing is a huge beast. Just so you guys know, and like, I'm imagining it's like 15 feet tall because it's got a huge long neck. You know.
yeah,
I'm sure the actual ones from dinosaurs are different, but
yeah, I got you. That is 1, 2, 3, 12 plus 5,
that
17.
hits. Yeah, that hits.
All right, want to roll for damage? 1, 2, 3. That is 12 damage
Ooh.
as
Yeah.
as I come sweeping through this thing.
That's good damage. You are about like your head is about where it's like is about chest level with it. So when you bring this sword against it, it slices through the flesh on its chest like butter, and you just pour all your rage into this cut as you open up a wound on its chest, and it caws out above you. It's called deafening.
Oh yeah, the entire time he's just like you've heard a like a wolf growl and snarl. Like that is exactly what you hear. You can only see his eyes, but you can tell by his eyes that his face is just twisted into like a furious grimace.
And I imagine too, like maybe even he holds his shoulders out a bit more with his back puffed and like makes himself
Oh yeah,
bigger, you know.
he's arched. He's down like a wolf coming for him. Yeah, he's not standing straight up. He's like a man, or he's like a wolf.
With that being said, Reyna, it's your turn.
I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt.
Chaos Bolt, fun.
That sounds really scary.
I love the sound of it.
That was a 15.
15 to hit.
Plus, yeah, 15 to hit.
That hits.
Cool.
So remind me what Chaos Bolt does.
Alright, so I hurl an undulating, warbling mass of chaotic energy at one creature within range, which is 120 feet.
Yeah, you're in range.
Make a ranged spell attack against the target. So that's what I did.
Yeah.
On a hit, the target takes 2d8 and 1d6 damage.
Ooh.
And I choose one of the d8 numbers to tell you which type of
damage
energy
it
it is.
Yeah.
And if both of my d8s are the same number, then it can leap to another creature of my choosing.
Yes.
Ooh.
5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 damage. To the
And
Quetzalcoatlus?
yes.
Okay.
Total,
Because you had a d6 too, right?
Yeah, that's total. That was a 5, a 4, and a 3.
Cool.
Now I just gotta decide if I want to use force or lightning damage. We'll do force.
Okay. So, what's your spell save DC?
13.
13. Oh wow, actually, holy shit. So what happens is this wound that Wolfram has opened in its chest, you start speaking these wild guttural unknown languages, like crazy weird languages, and an orb about the size of like a basketball that is a perfect replica of the full moon that is just writhing with flame shoots out and slams into this thing's chest, absorbing into it and the image splashing across its chest. As it does that, it rears back, and it kicking back, James falls off its back on the ground.
Cool.
Nice.
Sweet.
With it being next up James's turn, he is going to stand up, catch his breath, and he can feel that something's going on with the guy who pointed at him with the demon arm, and he's going to try and shoot his short bow at him. And I'm pretty sure a 13 does not hit.
No, it does not. Short.
So-
It's one short though, so if you want to make it dramatic, go ahead.
Well, so what happens is you can see he's still stunned because when he mounted this thing, it took his full turn. He had to like jump up and climb up it to get onto its back. He fell a good 10 feet, like he knocked the wind out of him, and he's kind of still overcoming that stun, and it just kind of went just wide of your head. He missed you by like a foot.
Okay.
Nice.
Wait, did he take fall damage? Just curious.
He did.
Ooh, that
Nice.
is a good.
Nice.
Next up, it is Big Q. And what Big Q is going to do is it is going to hop up and flap its wings and try and get up off of the ground and kind of get some air under it.
Is that an opportunity attack?
Yes, it is.
All right, I will take it. That is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
When it flies up in the air like that, Wolfram kind of does that backwards and forwards pace like a predator in a cage, and then he just leaps forward, bringing the blade up across it, and deals, holy shit, 13 damage.
Yo.
So
I think he's trying to take a wing off if he can.
So what happens is you tore open its chest already, and it is bleeding heavily. This is a huge creature. You're trying to knock it out of the air, and yeah, go ahead and describe your kill.
All right, then when it sweeps up into the air, I think Wolfram just leaps, jumps off of one of its wings. He kind of gets a foothold, and then kind of does like a flip. And as he flips through the air, he sweeps through like Sonic the Hedgehog and takes off this thing's head.
I like it. Yeah. So there's maybe a couple of inches of water like right underneath it, and you just see this splash, and blood kind of clouds out and pulls the water and mud around your feet.
Wolfram lands on all fours.
Nice. With Big Q dead, that brings Driffin up.
All right. I do have a question, an
Yes.
interesting one. Out of curiosity, someone riding a monster that tried to leap in the air that died. Would they have to roll some sort of a save to get off of it before it fell? Maybe. I don't know.
I would think so, yes, but I think like regardless, you're taking some fall damage.
Oh.
It just depends on how you go about it. Yeah.
Oh, that was just a question of curiosity. So, I assume James is now on the ground.
He stood back up, I think.
Yeah. He
Well, I
stood
mean,
up.
he's on land.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
is land bound. Yes.
All right. I'd like to fire an arrow specifically aimed at his leg.
Yeah. So just to let you know, there is something.
I got
there's a
here late.
mechanic.
Sorry, somebody was telling me it's lunchtime.
There's a mechanic called non-lethal damage, and if you do something like this, you can choose to make it not a kill if it goes over their HP.
Is he shooting at him with a bow?
Yeah, but he's aiming for the leg.
Okay.
All right. So how does this work? I still roll the d20
Yes.
for a hit. Oh my Fuck. Does a 7 hit?
A 7 does not hit, unfortunately.
It was a 3 plus 4. Man, I'm having a shitty day.
This guy's just fast. He's just like leaping
Yeah.
out of the way and stuff. He's probably doing all kinds of sweet somersaults.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happens is less that you miss him and more that like he just now
Dodging.
is getting he's just now getting his head back to him after getting the wind knocked out of him and falling off of the big Q, and like he thought he had the advantage here, and the tables have quickly turned and he's just kind of light on his feet.
All right. Well, next turn.
That would be Wolfram.
Okay. Wolfram rushes this guy. He's kind of doing that thing that they do in anime where you're running along the ground and you're like dragging the weapon, not dragging it on the ground, but like have it like inches above the ground behind you.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I'm just gonna like basically rush him and just completely, this is a bad idea with a rogue, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reckless attack him.
Oof.
Absolutely no defense.
Go for it.
Which is a good thing because I rolled a natural 1 and ooh, that's bad, a 2. So yeah, I don't hit him. I managed to miss.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
This is
And
a
this
good
guy's
rogue.
within 5 feet of me, and he just like probably leaped out of the way as I come up because like I was telegraphing like all goddamn day long. So like I understand why I missed him, but yeah, my back is to him and he has advantage. So let's see what happens.
So Reyna, you see Driffin fire off an arrow and Wolfram charge this guy, and he's just fancy feet dancing around. It's your turn.
I'm gonna use lightning lore on him.
Yeah, go for it. This is a save, right?
Yeah, it's a strength save.
Strength save?
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, he's not good at strength. Does an 8 work?
Nope.
Yeah.
13
Ooh,
plus
yeah, that's a good one.
So, he is going to get pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line towards me. And then, he is going to take, only 2 damage.
Damn.
Lightning damage.
Yeah, but he is pulled.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
he's a little bit away from you now.
He's within 5 feet of me.
yeah.
Oh. Oh
Wait.
God.
What's
That
the
might
range
not be
on
good.
lightning lore?
15 feet radius.
Yeah, that checks out. But yeah, he's in 5 feet of you. Give me 1 second. I gotta run to the bathroom again real quick. But yeah,
Okay. I'm scared now.
next up it's his turn.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, he's about to kill you, Reyna.
I know.
How
Your
does death
sacrifice
work?
was noble. We'll see here in a minute. Don't worry.
All right. I've been curious so far how death works in D&D.
If he's not a swashbuckler, then he won't get the thing.
Wait.
But I think he
didn't
either has to.
move.
Oh,
I can
Do what?
still move.
You still have your movement.
that's
I can
true.
still
You
move.
not after moving him within 5 feet. He will
I'm gonna say this,
attack you.
because of how that played out. I think you have to run past him.
Dang it.
I think there's no way that you move your 30 feet without going past him, because y'all just walked out.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's within 5
Yeah,
feet,
that's
so
true.
he would get an opportunity.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if it means you get away from him, that would be.
I will say he probably won't have sneak attack on you unless if he does.
He would not get sneak attack on you.
Okay, so that's something.
Yeah.
Let's see how this plays. Oof.
So, are you gonna try and run past him?
Yeah.
You're just gonna get an extra attack if you do.
Well, I don't know.
I would probably bring him forward and then try to defend yourself.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
is lightning lore? Is it a full action?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
All of mine are pretty much.
I was gonna say you could take the dodge action, but
Well,
you
I
can't
wish,
if
Yeah.
you're taking an action.
I wish I would have thought about that because I could have done Blade Ward. But that's a full action.
So if you're not gonna move, I think it shifts to his turn.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die.
So he did not like that.
Of course he didn't.
And he looks at you with this look of like, the audacity. And
Yeah, I was about to stab that guy.
he steps in with his dagger, just kind of straight up, just aimed at your ribs. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah.
Oh.
My
It's
armor
just a
class is only
D8.
12.
Wait, you have to have mage armor active, I'm sure, right?
Do you have the spell Mage Armor?
No.
You don't have
Damn.
the spell?
Okay. Oh, does she have shield then?
Do you have shield? So then you're gonna take 6 damage.
All right.
Okay.
What does it look like when you kill her? I'm just kidding.
I
I've
mean,
literally got 2 health left.
I was
Ooh.
gonna
Oh,
say,
trust me,
think
I
it's
know.
Close.
Yeah.
But that shifts it back to Driffin.
Let's make a clutch throw here. All right, I'm gonna draw a poisoned arrow.
Oh, if
Okay. Are
pull
you
this
within
off.
5 feet? Man, are you within
I-
5 feet? Because you were within 5 feet of her.
Was I?
I thought. Yeah, we all walked out, and the only one that moved was me.
This is true.
Um,
I could move away still though.
that's true. At the risk of an opportunity attack.
Do I get an advantage of some sort with Hunter's Mark from that?
You could draw a melee weapon and stab him,
Yeah, I was
or
gonna
you could
say,
like straight up attack with the arrow. Like just grab the arrow and jab it into him.
yeah.
How would we do damage with that? Like, would that still just be the 1d8 plus 2
That would
piercing? Or would that
probably
be
be a D4.
Yeah, I think a D4, and I would roll, just plus your dex. I wouldn't roll with proficiency on that because I don't know. How would you feel? I mean, he is a ranger.
You can give it to him if you want. I mean, like I don't see any problem with letting people that, I mean, like I don't see any problem with giving proficiency with stuff like this if it like
Yeah.
suits their character. It's not
Yeah.
a chair. It's a
Yeah, it's an arrow. You know arrows. Yeah, so yeah, go ahead and roll and roll your to hit as if you were attacking with your bow, but we'll do 1d4 damage.
yeah
Alright,
plus the poison.
I rolled a 13. I get the plus 4
Yes.
still? Okay, so then that's 17. Does that hit?
That fucks him up real good.
Alright, sweet. Plus damage. You said what are we rolling for damage? What did we agree on?
1d4.
1d4 plus.
I rolled a 4.
Ooh.
Plus 2, so 6.
Yes.
What about that poison? Did that do anything?
So, you rolled a 4 plus 6.
4 plus 2.
4 plus 2 is 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
does it?
So you jam this thing in his neck, and he falls to the ground, twitching and slowly throughout his body. You see his veins almost like they bulge, and his body begins to stiffen. As you can tell, there's some sort of like paralytic, but little patches of stone begin to pop up on his skin, almost like scales. And
Nice.
yeah. As he is, I mean, he's not technically, he still has some hit points right now, but he is under the effects of the kind of mixed poison that I had determined for the Zombatrice. So, I mean, he's not getting up any fucking time soon. There's no way.
Okay, so he's like turning to stone.
Yes, slower than what you saw with the Zombitrice, but he is definitely like taking on stone slowly.
Last thing Wolfram knew, this guy was just dragged towards Reyna and was stabbing her. So, like, as soon as he sees that, he's rushing over there. Luckily, Drafen stopped him before he could do anything else. But yeah, Wolfram is, at this moment, barreling towards this guy.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I mean, probably can go for a drop kick.
Yeah, you can do whatever, because he kind of like fell to his knees almost, and yeah.
Sure, I'll go for a drop kick. I'm gonna, I guess, aim for his head. That's 19 plus 4.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, like
That is.
yeah, you hit. There's nothing he could have done to avoid that.
All right. It's only 5 damage though. But it is bludgeoning.
But what happens is the side of his neck opposite the side that you had kicked had already begun turning stone, and you hear a loud, sickening like
Crack.
yeah, as a chunk of his neck falls away, and this rigid, almost sculpture-like body of him on his knees, his hands, on his thighs, as he slowly turns and loses control of himself, and he falls dead as the stone takes his body.
Nice.
Griffin looks at him and says, "Rock on, bitch."
Nice.
That was so good.
Wolfram pulls down his cloak, or pulls down his hood. His face looks normal again. And he just looks over at Griffin and says, "Nice one."
Nice.
That was fun.
So,
It's nice one.
as he falls dead, you hear the voice over the intercom. Huh. I surely thought that was gonna get you. Truly, truly champions for the Hall of Fame. But for now, you must go on about your day. And you hear a snapping of fingers, like a loud reverberating snap. And we cut back to you stepping out of the cave. You remember nothing.
Nice.
We remember
right.
nothing.
Okay, so they don't remember Wolfram turning.
Correct.
Yeah, so we don't
Awesome.
remember that. I don't remember what my poison does.
You're also missing like 2 arrows.
Yeah, I'm missing 2 arrows and a little bit of poison.
Yes.
Well,
but you step through on the other side, and in front of you, you see laid out this spooky. I say spooky, I mean it to be more scary than that. What you expect to see is a forest of evergreens with snow-capped tops and just this endless, white, snowy field of forest, the last thing to cross before you get to where you need to be. But what you instead see are trees stripped bare, a gray-black fog covering the ground, and in an odd manner of unknowingness, you see kind of lights fluttering in the fog, and that's where we're gonna call it for today.
works for me.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Because of us not remembering anything, do I still only have 2 hit points?
Yeah, am I still fucked up?
No. Imagine this was a dream state, so you are back to the state that you were before.
Okay.
Nice.
I just wanted to make
Alright.
sure, since I needed to write it
But-
down if I was.
But just so you guys know, that is counted towards like furthering
Experience or
your
whatever.
experience. Yeah.
Okay. We just don't know it.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Even if I almost died.
Hopefully, y'all. Well, Wolfram had a fucking an overgrown chicken put a